Hey, yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. So in today's video, we're going to be talking a little bit about the restart of the NBA season, and I'm going to be highlighting some cards that I think are going to be good investments that are going to grow in value throughout the restart or throughout the continuation of the season and then moving into the playoffs. There's a lot of uncertainty right now around pretty much everything, so it's hard to say without a doubt that there's anything that are for sure solid investments. We're going to be taking a different look at it, kind of a budget perspective, looking for some cards that are undervalued that I think will grow, some players that will perform well, that'll have their opportunity to shine in the spotlight of the restart. And I think that's going to help some of these players' values that are a little lower move on up. So we can look at it from an investment perspective as well as a budget investment perspective, as always. So yeah, let's go ahead and jump into that right now. I got the laptop here. We'll jump on eBay. We'll look at some cards, look at some prices, look at some players, and let's get this thing cracking. Okay, so here we go. We got eBay open. Let's go ahead and jump into some of these cards. So the first card, or the first player, I should say. I'm not going into specific cards, more talking about players. The first player that I think has the potential to rise in value is Nikola Jokic. I'm looking forward to the Nuggets having a solid little playoff run. I think they'll probably make it to the second round, possibly sneak into the conference final, or possibly sneak into the Western Conference Finals, but I'm not too high on them doing that, but I think they're probably a second round team. I think they're a really solid team. They're missing kind of a great player, but Jokic is probably their best player, or definitely their best player. He does a lot of great things on the court. Can shoot a little bit, can really pass the ball. It's kind of their main facilitator there on their team. So he's a really interesting player, does a lot for this team. I think given the opportunity to be on this main stage, I think he's going to shine. So I think his card values will go up. Main reason being is they're really low right now. So his Prism rookies aren't super low, but they're not super expensive either. But I like to look at other options with players like this. So here's his Revolution base. That's pretty affordable. Personally, I really like his Donruss rated rookie card from that year. He doesn't have a Hoops base rookie. At least I've never seen it. I've looked all over for it. I've never seen it. But if you look at like his Donruss rated rookie prices right now at $8, like if he plays well, say he goes out and drops 35 with 15 rebounds, or he averages 30 plus in a playoff series, or the Nuggets somehow sneak into the Western Conference Finals, like trust that these $8 prices are going to go up. Especially for his Prism, but I think there's so much room for growth here. We've seen that with so many players. Like you look at Jason Tatum's rated rookies now, or Luka's rated rookies, or Zion's. Like there's a lot of room for growth in that Donruss market. So look at an easy $8 investment with the potential to grow. I think it's a solid investment. He's going to continue to play well. They're going to continue to be a good team. So yeah, that's a guy that I'm looking at to potentially grow in his market. And this Revolution card too is a really cool card. If you can get a Prism at a good price, go for it. But some of these are I think a little bit, like $80 is too much. That's just my opinion. It won't go up a ton from there. It might go up to 120, but you're not going to be able to 2, 3, 4x at $80 Jokic rookie. You're kind of looking at near the top of what his market potential is probably going to be. So yeah, that is Jokic there. You can kind of look ahead a little bit. Try not to look ahead. What I have here, I have a bonus one too that's not on here, so stay tuned for that. But the next player is Kemba Walker. So I'm high on the Celtics. I like what they have going on there. I like the fact that they're young. They have a lot of fresh legs. They're a deep team. I think they're going to be a real big problem for some of the top teams in the East. Right now, I think they're in third in the East. I'm pretty sure the Raptors and obviously the Bucks are ahead of them, but I like them to potentially win it all in the East. And if they do that, I think you're going to see all those guys' values rise. And one guy that's going to benefit a lot from that for sure is Kemba Walker. He's been flying under the radar for so long, playing in Charlotte, that's the reason you see his card prices are really low. Obviously, these aren't the most prestigious rookie cards ever. No pun intended on prestige in hoops. These aren't the best years for rookie cards. His Prism base card does pretty well. It's kind of similar, maybe a little bit less than Jokic, but they do okay. I think they're still a good value. But I think they'll be making a much deeper run in the playoffs than the Nuggets, and he's going to get a lot of attention, a lot of well-deserved attention. He's been flying under the radar for so long. So yeah, I'm looking at like his hoops and prestige rookies because these are so cheap, man. Like this one's $4, this one's $5. Like these could easily go up to $15, $20, maybe even $25. You grab one of these that are in really good shape, you get it graded, you're going to be sitting on a big time come up. So he's a guy who I look at like these really cheap cards could be going up sooner than later. I know a lot of people like to just, find the most expensive card, buy it, and hope it goes up. So like just look at, okay, 65 for the Prism, I'll buy that, and then it'll go up $30. But I'd rather buy 4 or 5 of these, let them 3x or 4x, and sell those and make that money that way, and make potentially more money that way. That's just kind of how I've been doing things. It's been working for me. So yeah, these are the two main cards that I'm looking for from him. That I think there's no doubt if they play well, if he plays well, these cards are going to go up. It's just a no-brainer. So yeah, these are cards that I'm looking at. He's a player that I'm looking at to potentially to move up and get some more shine and really grow in that spotlight and in that bubble. So yes, Kemba Walker, look at his cards for sure. The next player is a player I've talked about a couple times before, but that's Kristaps Porzingis. It's another guy who's just really underrated. You can kind of see all their prices are kind of in this same price range. Personally, 85 is way too much. 65 is not bad, but I would look for like a $50. If you're gonna go invest in Prism for him, I would look for more around $50 to $55. That's just my own personal thing. I really like here's 155. I really like his hoops base rookie card from this year. That's way too expensive. Let's find a hoops base rookie card. Here we go. So here's a $5 hoops base rookie card, and we know how much potential these hoops base rookie cards have, right? Like if a guy does well, he plays well. Jason Tatum is a good example. These cards go up really quick, and they can go up pretty high too, especially if you grab one of these, get it graded. They can get in that, even raw, they can get into that $20 to $25 to possibly $30 range easily. And so if you're buying that at $8 or $5 with $3 shipping, so $8, obviously you're sitting on a big growth potential there. And you can see here's a big lot of them. So that's one of the cards I'm looking at. He has a Donruss rookie, rated rookie as well, that I don't see on here. But yeah, another guy who I think will really get the opportunity to shine. He's been kind of stuck in New York. Really haven't seen him playing on playing on national televised games a lot this year. So him being with Luka, you're going to see a lot of this guy. He's actually playing really well. He's almost in a 2010 range on a winning team. A guy who can do almost everything on the court at 7'2" or something. He's crazy tall, can do it all. The sky's the limit for this guy. Somebody who I'm investing in and holding on to. But yeah, I think he's definitely a solid investment, and I look forward to them playing really well and his cards just continuing to go up. So yep, KP is another guy. So here's another guy I've talked about before as well. I'm still really high on, and that's Jaylen Brown. He quietly has been playing really well this year. A lot of it's because of Jason Tatum. Jason Tatum's been playing so well that he's really overshadowed how well Jaylen Brown has been playing. But if you're paying attention, you will know that he has been balling out this year. I think all of his stats are up this year, all across the board, including minutes played. So definitely a sleeper right now. His card prices have gone up a little bit, especially his Prism, but they're not anywhere near where I think they're going to be potentially. I really like his hoops base. I think that's a solid investment. Obviously, he's a little bit more expensive than Kristaps Porzingis, but the potential is there for that to grow. I do really like his Donruss rated rookie base as well, and then his optic is really affordable. That's a really affordable option. So I like these players, these newer players that do have that option for an optic base rookie, because I think those are still really undervalued. So yeah, definitely take a look, dig deep, find some good stuff for Jaylen Brown. There's a Revolution base as well. Oh yeah, here it is. There's a Revolution base. He's really undervalued. I look forward to them. Again, like I was saying with Kemba, I think they have the chance to possibly win the East. If not, they're a second, third round team for sure. And a lot of those guys, we know Jason Tatum's going to get a lot of the spotlight and a lot of the attention for them playing well, but people's eyes are going to open up to, I think, him and Kemba, and they're going to see how really good these guys are, and how good this team is, and how good they're going to be probably for a very long time. So definitely take a deep dive into Jaylen Brown's market and see there's a lot of values here. Grab some stuff. Do it now before it goes through the roof, guys. So last but not least is a guy who is like very rarely ever talked about, and that's Paul George. He's in like that kind of weird year, 2010, 2011. I think this was the first year that Topps stopped making basketball cards, so there's no like Topps Chrome rookie or Topps rookie. There's no hoops. There's no like regular Panini product. There's just obviously no Prism or Optic. So he doesn't have a lot of options for rookie cards. I think like John Wall and like DeMarcus Cousins are from this class as well. So it's not a ton of options, but we will talk about Paul George as a player. As a player, I think he is really, like, as far as talent is concerned, one of the better players in the league. He hasn't really been playing that consistently this year. I know he's been hurt a little bit, but this break is probably going to be really good for him. I'm looking forward to him coming out and playing really well. I think one thing that isn't talked about a lot with Paul George is he plays really well in the playoffs, and he played against LeBron when he was in Indiana. He played really well against LeBron in the playoffs and gave LeBron a lot of problems. So I'm looking forward to him really shining through the end of this postseason. And I think the Clippers are going to, personally, if I had to pick a team, I'm picking the Clippers to win the championship this year. I think their depth and their defense is going to make the difference. But, that's just me. And I think Paul George has a chance to really shine on the big stage. I think he's the kind of guy who could potentially be like an NBA Finals MVP, honestly. If they get there, he has the potential to put up huge numbers offensively and then play really well defensively. So, yeah, I'm telling you guys now, grab this stuff because it's really cheap. These aren't the best looking cards. Like this is his Donruss rated rookie. I think there really is only Donruss and Prestige. I want to say there's like certified. Yeah, there's a certified one in here. So not a ton of options, but they're really affordable. This Prestige card is probably the most coveted one here. So if you can get that in a raw, get it graded, you'd be in pretty good shape. This Donruss card is kind of an ugly card, just being honest. But they are, I mean, that's what it is. These are Paul George's rookie cards. So, yeah, they're really affordable. I would say grab them now before they get super expensive, because I honestly think if he plays really well, you're going to start to see these like $18, $20 cards just disappear, and you're going to see much more expensive prices for him, especially if he's got a ring and he could potentially win like a NBA Finals MVP or something like that. You're going to see his prices really go through the roof. So yes, Paul George is somebody that I'm personally looking at, that I would recommend you guys look at as well. And like I said, all these are just like cards that I'm looking at. I'm not telling you these are the only cards to go buy. I'm just coming at it from a budget perspective, coming up with some ideas, thinking outside the box, and sharing this information with you guys. So another player that I'm going to do a bonus player here. Another player that I'm looking at that I think has the potential to have a really good playoff run, and if they are able to make it to the finals and win the finals, you're going to see his prices go up, and that's Khris Middleton. So Khris Middleton, I don't think he was undrafted, but he definitely didn't do like the rookie photo shoot day type thing. I think he was picked in the second round or something, but he doesn't have a lot of card options. He does have this Prism rookie here, where he's in like the Summer League jersey, and then there's this totally certified with the exact same photo, and that's really it for him. So there's not a whole lot. Oh yeah, and there's this Panini rookie as well. Oh, and Prestige. Okay, I'm lying. But yeah, he's kind of, there just isn't a lot of options for him. It's hard to really talk about a guy who doesn't have a lot of cards out there to buy. This is a solid one. But I think if, the Bucks are able to get to the finals, he plays really well, these prices are going to go up. So his stuff is like really cheap right now. You're going to see that go up for sure. So he's another sleeper, just a little bonus guy that I wanted to throw in there. And instead of always doing my top 5, whatever, like I'm doing 6 now, guys. So bonus one. So yeah, there you have it. That pretty much will wrap it up for guys that I think are sleepers that you can buy for cheap and sell for higher potentially. Thanks, you guys. I want to say thank you for watching for sure. I'm going to continue to kind of think outside the box and come up with different players and think of things that I think no one else are looking at, and going to keep bringing these types of videos to you guys. So please feel free to like, comment, subscribe. That is all very much appreciated, and I will see you guys on the next video. Peace.